Hi, it has been a very wet and cool month so far, but are the signs of a change as we head towards the end of May and crucially the bank holiday weekend? Well, on balance, I think the answer to that question is yes, but there is still a good deal of uncertainty in the forecast, unfortunately. I'm going to begin by taking a look at the Canadian model. It starts at 15 GMT on Friday the 28th, so just as we're heading into the bank holiday period. At the outset, there are some showers over the UK, but generally it's not too bad. As we head through the weekend, there is plenty of dry weather to be found, but by the end of Sunday and through bank holiday Monday, the Atlantic begins to encroach on the northwest of the UK. You can see here outbreaks of rain moving in, and they do have the potential to bring wetter conditions to Scotland and Northern Ireland on bank holiday Monday itself, with England and Wales remaining dry and potentially reasonably warm in sunny spells. I'll next run the GFS00Z sequence. This one's more mixed. Again, it starts at 15 GMT on Friday the 28th. You can see the showers or longer spells of rain to begin with. And as we go through the bank holiday weekend, another area of low pressure influences things. This is midday on Sunday. You can see it's actually a pretty wet picture in much of the country. The yellows there indicating heavy bursts of rain. High pressure centred to the northwest, not really influencing things too much at all at this point. Through bank holiday Monday, there is an improvement. England and Wales potentially mainly dry, but again, frontal systems in the northwest do bring the risk of patchy outbreaks of rain there to Scotland, Northern Ireland, perhaps even northwestern England. Not a very enticing prospect all in all, if that GFS run's correct. Just to quickly show the air mass profile associated with it. This is 15 GMT on Sunday. The UK's here, and the greens there, indicating rather cool air for the time of the year. How does that translate to temperatures we experience down at the ground level? Well, here are the forecast maximums. You can see as 19 Celsius being shown in the southeast, the rest of the UK between sort of 12 and 16 Celsius. Not far from the average, all in all. It really would depend on the extent of cloud cover, the amount of rain, showers, strength of winds. In sunny spells, though, it would be feeling pleasantly warm. I think, given the uncertainty, it's just worth taking a quick look at a couple of the other deterministic model runs before moving on to the Ensemble data. Here's the European for bank holiday Monday. UK's in the centre, and what we can see is high pressure just here, having a lot of influence on things. Possibly showery conditions still flirting with the southeast. All in all, though, quite a promising scenario if it's correct. Final deterministic run to take a look at is the German icon. It only goes out to 180 hours ahead, so at the moment it finishes at 12 GMT on Saturday the 29th. Unfortunately, it's more mixed again. We have low pressure here to the northwest. It's bringing the potential for showers, longer spells of rain to Scotland, Northern Ireland. Generally drier and probably warmer there in the southeast, but quite mixed if the icon's correct. So it's worth taking a look at the Ensemble data because there have been some changes in the wrong direction, I think many people would think, in the last 24 hours. This shows mean surface level pressure forecasts for York. On the left, we have the update from the 21st of May. You can see each column represents the time slot on one given day. I've boxed out the bank holiday weekend. And the dark oranges are showing runs which are going for high pressure. Yellows are relatively high pressure, sort of average to relatively high. Greens, lower pressure. So yesterday's update, about 30, 40, 50% of these runs were in the dark orange category, indicating that high pressure and therefore dry conditions were likely to be the dominant feature of the bank holiday period. Jump ahead to today's update. What we can see is those dark orange columns are a lot smaller. There are still runs in the Ensemble which are going for that high pressure scenario, but the number of them is currently reducing. And if that trend keeps going for the next day or two, we could end up with quite a changeable picture becoming the dominant scenario for the bank holiday period. It's not what it's shown at the moment, but it is going in that direction. So there's a good deal of uncertainty there. In terms of 2 metre temperatures from the Ensemble, this is for London. Again, I've boxed out the bank holiday weekend. Maximums, most of the runs in the Ensemble are this orange colour here, about 60% on all 3 days. Those are 16 to 20 Celsius maximum forecast values. So not that far from the average, relatively pleasant, as I said, in sunny spells. Just jumping up to the north of the UK, to Edinburgh. Here we can see the 16 to 20 Celsius categories contain fewer runs, significantly fewer. Most of the Ensemble members are going for this light yellow shading, which indicates maximums of 11 to 15 Celsius. Cooler as you head northwards, pretty much typical in the UK, of course. Just to look at the mean 2 metre maximum temperatures. So these charts are generated by aggregating all of the individual runs in the Ensemble, which total 30 at the current time, and then dividing the values aggregated by 30 to get the mean. On the left is yesterday, so the 21st of May. You can see maximum values here in southern and central parts of 17, 18, 19 Celsius. A couple of degrees cooler further north, but still not too bad, 16, 17 there. If we look forward at today's chart, we can see in the south it's still 18 or 19 Celsius, but it is cooler in the north. There has been a decline in the mean temperature across the northern half of the UK. That again is possibly indicative of that increased likelihood of outbreaks of rain pushing in from the Atlantic, less sun in general. So all in all, temperatures here are showing a trend downwards in the last 24 hours, especially across the northern half of the UK. The pressure anomaly is also worth taking a look at. This is for Sunday the 30th. The blues are indicating a negative anomaly, so low pressure being lower pressure than the norm is centred to the east of the UK. The oranges and yellows are indicating higher than the norm, and they're centred to the west. So what this is really hinting at is an area of high pressure probably building in from the west with low pressure somewhere over the North Sea or pushing into Scandinavia. And it really, there's quite a lot of uncertainty about the influence that high pressure will be having. If I'd used the same chart generated from yesterday's data, what we would have seen is this orange anomaly being stronger and situated slightly further eastwards, and the negative blue anomaly being a little bit weaker. Again, it's highlighting that increased likelihood of low pressure areas possibly having more influence than was looking likely to be the case throughout the bank holiday period. Therefore, that brings me nicely to the potential for rainfall. I'll jump around a few locations, starting with London. The light greys on these charts indicate runs which are forecasting completely dry conditions. Dark greys just showing small amounts of rain. It's really the orange, it's the purples, greens and blues which are going for more significant rain accumulations in each given time slot. Therefore, I think it's fair to say that the likelihood of it remaining completely dry in the London area through the bank holiday period is currently looking quite low. It's about 20% on each of those days. Most of the runs are suggesting just light, small rain totals. Could just be showers around rather than prolonged outbreaks. Maybe not too bad, with a small number between about 10 and 20, 25% going for more significant rainfall in the London area on each of the 3 days. Jumping up to Glasgow. Once again, it's not too different. I think the key thing to note though here is there are more purples, blues, yellows and greens which are indicating more significant rain, and if anything the completely dry runs are a smaller percentage of the total. Manchester, once again, very similar. Relatively small number of runs keeping it completely dry. And finally, Plymouth in the southwest. This is actually suggesting the driest conditions out of the four locations which I've just looked at. You can see the light greys are between 30 and 40%, suggesting a pretty decent chance of it remaining completely dry on each of the given days. Therefore, to summarise things, it's uncertain. High pressure is still expected to have more influence on the weather than it has done recently, but that trend has been weakening in the computer model output during the last 24 hours or so. Therefore, it looks as though showers or longer spells of rain are still possible in all parts of the UK, but there should be a reasonable amount of dry weather too. Temperatures are expected to be close to the average, and at this time of year that means that it will be feeling warm in sunny spells. So all in all, not too bad, but a big amount of uncertainty to attach to this forecast at the present time because of those shifting trends in the computer model output during the last 24 hours or so. I will publish another video as the bank holiday weekend gets closer, and by then hopefully the details should have been firmed up, but at the current time, all in all, not too bad, but keep your fingers crossed. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Thanks now. Bye.